The fact that we've got a T20 international coming up and yet we are constantly checking our Cricbuzz app to check the score in Cape Town between England and South Africa, guess what? It's day 5 of a test match and everyone is riveted. Which way is it going to go? Which means it's the kind of result you probably wouldn't have had this been a 4-day test match. We'll have our own discussion. What did Virat Kohli have to think about this 4-day versus 5-day conundrum?
I'm not a fan of T20 was a revelation in introducing a new format. I was not in favor of. I was asked about the 100 ball, and I said I'm not going to go and try myself out in another kind of format because there's already so much going on. And with Test cricket, I don't think that with day-night tests is the most that should be changed about Test cricket, according to me. I mean, then you're purely only talking about getting numbers in and entertainment, and I think the intent will not be right then, because then you'll speak of 3-day tests. I mean, where do you end? Then you'll speak of Test cricket disappearing. So I don't endorse that at all. I don't think that is fair to the purest format of the game. How cricket started initially, and 5-day test matches was the highest of tests you can have at the international level. So according to me, it should not be altered. As I said, day-night is another step towards commercializing Test cricket and creating excitement around it, but it can't be tinkered with too much.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where things stand at T. Rasif van der Dusen, 17 of 105, and Quinton de Kock, who is known for having the reverse of those figures, 38 of 91, struggling to save a test match, and that's what the beauty of
31 overs left. 31 overs left. One of the great things about test match cricket is you can't win, but you say, I won't let you win either, and I'll block, I won't get out to you. If you saw when Root and Bess were bowling and the ball is kicking up dust like that, maybe inexperienced bowlers, but this is one of the it just lends context to the game. Everyone's going to be watching these 30 overs to see if they can save the game. Saving the game is an honourable thing in test match cricket, which of course you don't get in the white ball game. So if it is, what are the reasons they want to move from 5 to 4? I think it's not a cricketing decision, it's an economic decision. They want to release some time which they will use, and they're not saying that at the moment, but it's clear as daylight, they will use that to play more white ball cricket. So it's a financial decision, and in my view, an admission that Test cricket is losing money. So they're saying, okay, it's like a product portfolio. Zach will understand. Zach is a businessman as well. It's like a product portfolio. You move your product to the more profitable version. My feeling is that is the reality.
But my thinking is around that if we can have, say, test matches and the short format going together, because you have different crowd following different formats. And I think maybe the time has come where you can actually have separate teams for test matches, and players can choose whether they want to play the longer format, like in Virat's case, possibly he won't mind missing a T20 series and playing test matches if it's clashing. So I think maybe they can take the thought process in that direction, where you say that test matches, most of the test specialists actually, if you see, can actually form a team, right? So every country can have a test team and say a T20 team where there is not much of a similarity. There might be few players actually playing all the format, but then that option is always there with their respective boards and the players. What they want to choose, and they can put up a team to play those formats. If that happens, then actually parallelly both the formats can go. Yes, the most economical format will be.
I don't mind a try.
So you've answered the economics part of Harsha's question, but which means you're saying no matter what, stick to 5 days.
It's debatable. I think 4 days. Yes, another option is 4 days, because you're adding number of overs in a day. So effectively you're talking about reducing half a day.
50 overs.
Right. So a game like today, what we are witnessing with England and South Africa, yes, that excitement will go away. But how many games actually go down to that last day, last session? So you're still achieving what you want to achieve, and the days are getting longer. So if both the things are there to discuss and debatable, so that is something which I feel. But I think if you can run it parallelly, that is a most economical way of finding a solution to this problem which everyone is talking about, because trust me, test matches has its own excitement and has its own following. I think I honestly feel that the game has not really been marketed enough, so the test consumption is changed, you're talking about a session like what's happening in today's match in South Africa. A lot of viewers are there, following that match, right? But they're not going to follow it throughout the 5 days, So there are phases of Test match cricket which is very exciting, and that's something which a lot of people have stopped going to the grounds and consume Test cricket, but they're still following the matches, So the way of consumption of viewers has changed with regard to following a Test match.
Yes, well,
I don't mind a trial. Quick, we are trialing the no ball at the moment. With the umpires not calling the no ball, we did that West Indies versus India. They're now going to trial it in another series. Then you discover how viable it is. So let's trial a 4-test game, but trial it in a game that's expected to go to 5 days. There's no point trialing it if India's playing Afghanistan or England playing Ireland.
Or Australia playing New Zealand. Well, the fact is, it's worth taking this discussion forward on a separate show when we actually maybe go back to the last 50 test matches and see how many have gone 5 days. The last 7 test matches, or the last 5 rather, in Australia have gone 4 days. So it's worth talking about.